I'm Caroline Curtis, and I've taught and performed with my violin for many years. And one of the biggest misconceptions is that people generally regard the violin as a classical instrument. My program, From Bach to Rock, will demonstrate the different styles the violin can play, along with a little history too.
So let's go ahead now 100 years to a place in Salzburg, Austria, where a 9-year-old boy was composing symphonies for orchestra to play. How many of you are 9 years old? Can you raise your hand? Okay, can you imagine writing a symphony right now at your age and having an orchestra play it? Well, thank you. This young man did that, and his name was Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And I don't know if you've heard that name before, but maybe you've heard this song before. See if you've heard this. How many of you heard that before? I know. Yeah, that was great. I've even heard that on TV commercials. Okay, well that's Mozart, and that was called Eine kleine Nachtmusik, which means a little night music.
The insight and knowledge that the children will obtain from experiencing this program is that they will learn how the violin is an integral instrument for so many different styles of music from varying cultural heritages. It's important for the children to hear all of the different styles of music the violin can play, because when people settled in our country, they brought with them music from their culture. And it's necessary to understand that American folk music, jazz, and bluegrass are a derivative from these original cultures. You know, I use rock and roll music in my program to show the correlation between classical and rock and roll music, and how the style of music from hundreds of years ago is still evident in rock and roll today. The violin has become an essential part of the rock culture today. For example, the group Kansas actually has a violinist as a regular member, and a very recognizable violin solo is in their song Dust in the Wind. About the violin, just in case you don't know, I'll give you like a quick, brief lesson on it. The violin is made up of obviously good wood. It's very old wood, and they put like a stain on it. It's called a varnish to make it so it protects the wood. And it's hollow inside. See, these two pieces are glued together, and you see these they look like the shape of F's. Well, those are little holes, and inside it's all empty. And when you play on the strings, not like that, but when you play on the strings, it vibrates inside the instrument, and it comes out Yeah, you know, the violin is just like learning an instrument is like anything you do. If somebody told you you need to go outside and run 20 miles right now, could you do it? Well, maybe at your age you could. But I'm just saying, a lot of things that we do in our life take practice. It takes practice to get good at anything you do. So yeah, in the beginning I probably sounded like this. But then as I practiced and I went on and on, and if you love something enough, if you really enjoy something, you will put the time in and you will be just like that. What was the first type of music I learned? Probably this song. Have you changed the sound? Maybe make it loud or soft or different styles? Like you can do different styles and you can do different things with the bow. That's ricochet, you bounce the bow. Staccato, it sounds like a guitar. It's all kinds of fun things. See if you play the violin, see what you're in store for.
Take a trip with the violin from Bach to rock. Listen while we explore the many different styles and types of music the violin can play. Learn about the many different playing opportunities a versatile violinist can have. Classical, Irish, Spanish, jazz, country, and good old rock and roll. Explore and experience the magic of music through the violin. There will also be time to ask the questions you've always wanted to know.